create a professional responsive agency website? Then this tutorial is must be for you. Hi everyone, this is Tech to etc. Welcome back to our new tutorial. Hope you guys are doing well. So today in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can create this amazing professional responsive business agency website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And this is the website which we are going to create in this tutorial. And let me tell you at the beginning that I'm creating this website completely from scratch, step by step, and I will try to show every process from start to the end. So that's why this tutorial can be a little bit longer than other tutorials, but I don't have any problem with that because I'm ready to work harder for you guys. Also, if you are a beginner and want to learn how to create a website, then I will recommend you to watch this complete tutorial without skipping any part or any second of this tutorial. Please guys, don't skip any part or any second of this tutorial because every second is important for you. And only for you guys, I will divide this tutorial into two different parts. This is our first part. I already uploaded our second part also. After watching this part, please check out our second part also so that you don't miss a single piece of information from this tutorial. You can find out our second part of the tutorial from the top right I button. So now let's see what we have in this website and what we are creating in this tutorial. Here you can see that in the top left we have our logo, and in the center we have our navigation links, and in the right portion we have our follow us. It means we have our social media icons. And here we have some awesome hover effect also. And underneath this, here you can see that we have a beautiful background image, and on the top of that we have a beautiful background overlay. And here you can see that this overlay have actually three different colors. We have a mixture of three different colors, and today in this tutorial I will also show you a tricks how we can create multiple colored background overlay using just 1 second. Okay, using just 1 second. And then here you can see that we have our heading, and then we have our paragraph also, and underneath that here you can see that we have our two different button here. And in the left side we have a beautiful button here, and this button has actually a beautiful gradient background color, and this kinds of button is now actually trendy, and this is looking so fancy and professional. And if we hover on this button here, you can see that our background color is now changing, and this changing effect is also looking so beautiful, and it's now looking so live. And in the right side here you can see that we have a normal button with a simple white background. And if we hover on that button here, you can see that we have actually a small box shadow around this button, and this is looking so beautiful here also. And the interesting thing about this home page is, if we now scroll down here, you can see that this background image is not moving. It means it's actually in our parallax mode, and any website with parallax background is awesome. And if we scroll down here, you can see that we have another thing to notice. Here you can see that whenever we scroll down, our navigation bar changes its background color, and it's now a white background color. And underneath this here you can see that we have a beautiful box shadow, and this box shadow helps user to understand and find the difference between the navigation bar and the real website. And if you are creating a website, your focus should be in user interface also, so that's why I added this effect so that it looks awesome. And here you can see that we have a wave image also, and this is also looking beautiful, and I will also show you how we can create this in our code. So now let's scroll down. And here you can see that we have a beautiful section here, and in this section we have a heading, and then we have a paragraph, and then here you can see that we have our 4 service here, and in our service we have our icon, then we have our small heading, then we have our paragraph here, and in the right side here you can see that we have a beautiful image here. And if we scroll down here, you can see that we have another section, and this section is for our pricing section, and this section has also a heading and then a paragraph here. And then here you can see that we have 3 beautiful cards here, and this card is looking so beautiful and so professional. Here you can see that. And I also added some hover effect in these cards. If we now hover on the right card, here you can see that our background color is now changing, and the text color is also changed. It was before black and then changed it to the white color. And whenever I will hover here, you can see that our button background color is also changing, and this gradient color is looking so gorgeous. And in this background color we have actually 3 different colors for making this background overlay, and this is looking so beautiful. And here you can see that this standard card is always highlighted so that it can attract some users. And if we now scroll down here, you can see that we have, oh my god, this is looking so beautiful. Here you can see that we have a call to action page, and in the background here you can see that we have a background image, and this image is also in parallax mode. And guys, this is looking so beautiful. And on the top of that image here you can see that we have a beautiful gradient background color, and here also you can see that we have three different colors, and this gradient color is looking so beautiful. And then we have our heading and then paragraph and then amazing input section, so that anyone can type their email and then click on that subscribe button. And here you can see that we have a simple message icon, then we have our email section placeholder, then we have a subscribe button, and then we have a background here, white background. This background is also looking so professional. So after this one, if we want to scroll down here, you can see that we have a contact page, and at the top here you can see that we have our heading, then paragraph, and then here we have our input section. We have our name section, email section, subject, phone, and then message section. Then we have a button here also. And if we want to scroll down here, you can see that at the last we have our footer here, and this footer is also looking so premium, so beautiful. Here you can see that on the top we have our logo, and then here we have our social media links, then we have our links here also. Here you can see that we have 4 columns, and at the last we have a subscription newsletter also, and this is also looking beautiful. And at the last here you can see that we have our copyright section. And yes guys, in this website I am using a smooth scrolling. It means whenever I will click to our home section, here you can see that it is taking us to the home page, and this transition, this scrolling is so smooth and is so beautiful. And if we now click on our service section, here you can see that it is taking us to our service section. If we now click on our pricing section, it will take us to our pricing section, and if we now click on our contact section, it will take us to the contact section. Okay, and this smooth scrolling is looking so beautiful and premium. And guys, as I mentioned earlier, this website is completely responsive. So now let's see in responsive mode. Guys, here you can see that we are now in our mobile screen device, and in our mobile screen device we don't have any navigation links and any follow us section here. We just have only our logo, and in the right side we have our hamburger menu. If we now click on this hamburger menu, here you can see that our navigation bar is sliding from the right side, and this sliding is looking so beautiful. And if we now click on that button again, here you can see that our navigation bar is now sliding to the right side, and in the center we have our heading, then paragraph, and then button aligning in one column. And if we now scroll down, here you can see that we are now in our service section, and in our service section here you can see that everything is now taking 100% width and height, and everything is now in one column and in our flex start position, and it is also looking beautiful. And if we now scroll down, here you can see that this is our pricing section, and in this pricing section here you can see that everything is now in one column, and this is also looking so beautiful. And then we have our call to action page, and in this section here you can see that we have our parallax background, and then we have our gradient overlay, then our heading, paragraph, and then email section, and the subscription button also. And if we now scroll down, here you can see that we have our contact us section, and in this contact section everything is now taking 100% width and height, and everything is looking so beautiful. And if we now scroll down, here you can see that we have our footer, and now in our footer everything is now in one column, and it is also looking so beautiful. So guys, let's go to our iPad mode. So this is our iPad. So guys, here you can see that we are now in our iPad mode, and in our iPad mode it is also looking beautiful. And if we now scroll down, here you can see that everything is looking premium, everything is looking so beautiful. And guys, here you can see that this website is completely responsive, and it will looks good in any kind of device. And in a few moments I will show you how we can create this responsive agency website step by step using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Don't worry guys, if you are a beginner, keep watching this tutorial without skipping any part or any second of this tutorial, and I can assure you that you can create your own website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And only for you guys, I have a lot of web design and development tutorials in my collection, and if you want to catch my latest tutorial as soon as I upload, then make sure you give a like to this video, subscribe this channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. So that's it guys, let's get started. In our project file here you can see that we have an index.html file, a style.css file, script.js file, and then we have an asset folder. And if we now open this folder, here you can see that we have an images folder, and we will use these images for creating our website. So now let's go to our project file, and here first we have to open our index.html file. So here you can see that now we are in our index.html file, and here we have created a HTML boilerplate. Then we have added a title, then we have linked our style sheet. And if we go to our style sheet, here you can see that in our star we have margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing border box. And in our body we have added a font family which is Poppins. And here we have added some global tags. In our anchor tag here you can see that I don't want any text decoration, so that's why it will be none. And for our list I don't want any bullet points, so that's why list style will be also none. And here we have added some H3 and H6 headings, so that we don't have to define these headings and these properties again and again in our code. So that's why for H3 I used font size 44 pixel, line height 55 pixel, color this one, and font width 600. And for our H6 our font size will be 20 pixel, line height will be 32 pixel, color will be this one, margin top will be 16 pixel, and the font width will be normal. And then here we have some comment out so that we can write our codes underneath these comments. Then we have a script.js file, and this file is now empty. Now in our index file, first we have to link our JS file, so that's why here we have to create a script tag. That's it. And here we have to write source, and inside this source we have to write our script.js file name, so which will be script.js. that's it. So now if we go to our website, here you can see that first we have a logo, and then we have our navigation links, then we have our social media links. So first thing I will do, I will create a div tag, and inside this div tag I will put everyone. Then we can align this every properties in our CSS. So let's go to our index.html file, and here first we have to create a div tag. That's it. And the class name of this div tag will be nav. Then we have to create an anchor tag, and this will be hash for now. And inside this anchor tag first we have to import our logo, so that's why our logo is the image file, so that's why it will be image. And then for our source we have to put a source here, and here our image file is actually inside our asset files. Then we have to go our image files, then here we have our logo.png, so that's why this will be our file path name. Then let's define a class here in our anchor tag, so our class will be logo. That's it. Then underneath this here we have to create a div tag, and the class name of this div tag will be never toggler. And then we have to give a type here. This will be actually a button, and then I will define an ID, and ID will be bar. That's it. And here inside this never toggler, if you go to our website, sync our website, here you can see that we have a button here for our mobile version. So now we have to create this button, but if you want you can add an icon here from our font awesome icon, but I don't want to add any icon here. I will create this menu bar in our HTML. So for creating this one, first we have to create a span tag, and then add a class name, and our class name will be this one. So I will just copy this one and then paste it 3 times, because we have actually 3 line here in our bar, so that's why we have to add 3. After this one, now we have to create another div tag, and the class name of this div tag will be menu bar. That's it. And inside this menu bar we have to create another list, and let's give a class of this another list, and the class name will be menu items. That's it. And inside this another list we have to create our list tag, and inside this list tag we have to create our anchor tag, and then this will be for now hash, and our first one will be home. So I'll just simply copy this line from here and then paste it 4 times. That's it. And this one will be service, this one will be pricing, and this one will be contact. That's it. And after this one, now we have to create another div tag, and this div tag will be for our social media icons, so that's why class will be never social. That's it. And inside this never social we have to create a span tag, and inside this span tag we will add our this line, this follow us, so that's why it will be follow us. That's it. And then underneath this span tag we have to create another list, and inside this another list we have to create a list tag, and then we have to create an anchor tag. For now this will be hash. And now for social media icons, I will add social media icons from our font awesome icons. So for doing this, first we have to link their website to our website. So for linking their website, let's go to our Google Chrome, and then we have to search for font awesome CDN link by Mac CDN. That's it. And now we have to open this first link from here. So here you can see that we have our links, and this link is for our actually CSS, but I want the HTML one. So this one is the HTML one. So just copy this link from here, and let's go to our HTML file, and underneath this title I will paste this link. That's it. And now we have to add our class, our icon class. So for doing this, let's go to our Chrome here and then search for font awesome icons. That's it. Let's close this. So now we have to click on our first link. Here you can see that we have our Instagram first, then Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. So here first we have to search Instagram. So this is the icon I want. So now click on this icon. And from here we have to copy this I tag from here. And inside this anchor tag, now we have to paste this tag. That's it. So I will simply copy this list tag from here and then paste it 3 times. That's it. So first one will be Instagram and second one will be Facebook. Then the third one will be Twitter. Then the fourth one will be LinkedIn. That's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that we have our logo, our navigation links, and then we have our social media icons also. Now we have to style things in navigation, because here you can see that everything is now in one column, but I don't want everything to be in one column. I want everything to be in one row. So for doing this, let's go to our code editor and then we have to go to our style sheet, and underneath this nav, let's do some styling. So first we have to target our nav class from here. So copy this nav class and then paste it here. That's it. So here I want everything in one row, so that's why I will use flags box, and our flags direction will be row. Justify content will be a space between, because I want a space from between, and the align items will be also center. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now see, here you can see that everything is now in one row and we have a space from the between. Now first I will target one by one. Now I will give a width, and width will be 100%. Then I have to add a padding here, and from top and bottom it will be 1 rem, and from left and right it will be 6.5 rem. That's it. Then I will add a background, and our background will be transparent. Now I have to give a transition, and the transition will be all 0.5 second each. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if you now refresh, here you can see that we have now a space from the left side and from the right side, and we have also a space from top and bottom here. After our logo, we have our actually button here. Now we have to style this button. So for styling this button, I will just simply copy this class from here and then paste it here. So before this class, we have to target our nav also. Then I will copy this one again and then paste it here. Now we have to target our this class toggler icon. That's it. Now we have to give a width here. So I will give a width. So our width will be 27 pixel. And then we have to give a height also, and height will be 3 pixel. And then we have to give a background color, and our color will be this one. Then I will add a margin, and a margin from top and bottom it will be 5 pixel, from left and right it will be 0. Then I have to add a position, and the position will be relative. Now I want everything to be in one side, so that's why I will add display block. Then I will add a transition, and transition will be all 0.3 second is and out, and 0 second. That's it. Now save and go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that we have our menu button. And for our large screen, and then in our tablet screen, I don't want this menu bar. I want this menu bar when we will enter in our mobile screen device, not in our large screen or in our desktop screen. So I will hide this button for now. So for hiding this button, here we have to add display, and the display will be none. That's it. Then I will add our border also, and border will be also none. Then outline will be also none. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that now our menu button is gone. Now we have to style our navigation links. So for styling our navigation links, first copy this nav from here, paste it here. Now we have to target our menu bar class from here, then paste it here. Then we have to copy our menu items class from here and then paste it here. That's it. And here I will also use flags box, so that's why display will be flags. Then our flags direction will be row, because I want everything in row, and the justify content will be center, align items will be also center. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh here, you can see that everything is now in one row. Now we have to add some space between these navigation links. So for adding some space, I will just simply copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our list tag from here, so I will just copy this list tag and then write it here. That's it. And here I will add margin, and the margin from top and bottom it will be 0, but from left and right it will be 15 pixel. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that now we have a space between these navigation links. So now I will style these fonts and adding some new colors. So for doing this, copy this line from here and then paste it here. Now we have to target our anchor tag also, that's it. And for our anchor tag here we have to add a color, and the color will be black, that's it. Then we have to give a font size, and the font size will be 18 pixel. And now we have to give a font weight, and the font weight will be 600. Save, go to our website and now refresh. So now here you can see that we have changed our font size and font colors. Now we have to add a hover color. Here you can see that if we hover on a navigation link, the font color is now changing. So we have to add this hover effect in our website also. So for doing this, I will just simply copy this line again and then paste it here. And here we have to now add hover, that's it. I will change the color of our font. So our color will be this one, that's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. And if we now hover here, you can see that our font color is now changing. So after our navigation links, now we have to style our social media links also. So for doing this, copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our nav social. So copy this class name from here and then paste it here. So I will also use flags box for our social media icons. That's why I will just copy these lines from here, then paste it here. That's it. And now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, okay, nothing has changed because here you can see that we have added menu bar also. We don't have to add menu bar, that's it. First we have to target our nav, and inside this nav we have our nav social class. So that's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that everything is now in one row, but this links is still in one column. Now we have to fix this thing also. So for fixing this, just copy this line from here, paste it here. Then we have to target our unordered list. So this will be unordered list, that's it. Copy this line from here and then paste it here. That's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that everything is now in one column. Now we have to add a font color and some spacing here. So for doing this, copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our S pen, because inside our S pen we have our this line, follow us. So this will be S pen, that's it. And here we have to add some font size, font color and font weight. So for this one we have to add our font size 18 pixel and the font weight will be 600. Padding right will be 10 pixel because I want some padding in the right side here. Then we have to add a color here, that's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that we have changed our font size and font color. Then we have our spacing also. So after this one, now we have to style our social media links. So for styling these things, just copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our list tag from here, then our anchor tag. So this one will be list and anchor, that's it. So in our anchor tag, first we have to add a color, and the color will be this one. Then we have to add a font size, and the font size will be 22 pixel. That's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that we have added our font color and font size, but we have to still add some spacing here. So that's why copy this line from here and paste it here. That's it. And here I will add margin. From top and bottom it will be 0, but from left and right it will be 7 pixel. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. So here you can see that we have now spacing between these social media links. So now here you can see that we have done with our navigations. And after this navigation, now we have to add our background image and our heading, text and button here. So for doing this, let's go to our index.html file. And underneath this div, we have to create another div tag. And here we have to add a class here, and our class will be back because it will be a background image. So that's why it will be back. And then I have to add an ID here, and the ID will be home. That's it. So I will simply copy this back class from here and go to our style sheet. And in our home we have to type our back here, that's it. And here first we have to add background image. So in our background image, our file name will be this one. In our assets folder we have images folder, and inside this image folder we have our background image, which is 6.jpg. Then we have to give a width, and our width will be 100%. And now I will give a height, and the height will be 120 vh. That's it. Now save, go our website and now refresh. Here you can see that we have our image here. and this image is actually not taking perfect width and height according to our screen. So now we have to add our background size, and it will be cover. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that now it's now center here, and here you can see that actually in our website we have our navigation bar in actually fixed mode, and we have to make this navigation also fixed. So for doing this, let's go to our style sheet and go to the top here, and in our nav class we have to add our position, and the position will be fixed. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that our navigation link is now fixed and it's now looking good. So after this one, here you can see that our background image is actually also in our parallax mode, and this parallax mode is actually looking so fancy. So I have to add this parallax mode in our this website also, because actually whenever I will scroll, this image will move according to the screen, but I don't want to move this image. So that's why here in our back class we have to add a background attachment, and it will be fixed background. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that our background is not moving. Okay, and here I will add position relative. That's it. So after this one, if you go to our website, here you can see that we have a background color here, background overlay. So for creating this overlay, go to our index.html file, and inside this back we have to create a div tag. Okay, and the class name will be overlay. That's it. So simply copy this overlay from here and then go to our style sheet, then paste it here. But first we have to add our back class. That's it. And guys, if we go to our website, here you can see that this overlay is looking so good. But here I will show you a tricks how you can create this overlay in just 1 second. So for creating this overlay, we have already some websites for creating this overlay in just a few seconds. So for creating this overlay, just go to your Google Chrome and then just type CSS gradient generator. CSS gradient generator. That's it. Now enter. And here you can see that we have a few options, but I will choose the second one, which is cssgradient.io. So open this link from here, and here you can see that we have our CSS gradient generator, and from here you can actually create some awesome overlay, and this is the best website I have seen for our CSS gradient overlay. Here you can see that we can create our overlays and we can change these colors from here, and this one also. That's it. And then you can change the color here, then we can add new colors from here. So after you're done with your CSS preview, here you can see that we have a preview for our CSS gradient, how it's looking. And after you're done with your CSS gradient and all of this stuff, you just have to scroll down, and here you can see that we have a code here. We just have to copy this code from here and then paste it here. That's it. And then here we have to add a width, and our width will be 100% and our height will be also 100%. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our CSS gradient here, and this gradient is looking so awesome. But here we can't see our nav bar, and here we have to add a z index to our nav bar. So for doing this, let's go to our nav here, and here we have to add a z index, and we have to add a bigger value because I want to show this on the top of our image and all of this background. Now refresh. Here you can see that we can see our navigation bar again. Okay, so after this one, in our website, here you can see that we have actually a web here, and we have to create this web also. So for creating this web, now let's go to our index.html file, and here we have to create another div tag, and the class name of this div tag will be hero shape. That's it. And inside this div tag we have to create an image tag, and inside this div tag we have to give a source of our image. So this will be the source of our image. Here we can see a wave here, but this is not taking full width and height, but we have to give a specific width and height of this wave. So for doing this, let's go to our style sheet, and here copy this back from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our hero shape. Now copy this one and then paste it here. So first I will give a position, and position will be absolute, and from bottom, because I want this thing in our bottom, so from bottom it will be 0, and from left it will be also 0. Then we have to give a width, and our width will be 100%. So I will just simply copy this one again and then paste it here. That's it. Now we have to target our image tag, and here we have to give a width, and our width will be 100%. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our web image here. Here you can see that we have a slightly spacing here in the bottom of this image, and this is not looking good, so we have to fix this one, and we can fix this problem in just one lines of code. So for fixing this problem, just go to our image here, and then here we have to add display block. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have fixed our problem, and we don't have any space underneath this image. So after this one, now we have to add our heading and our paragraph and these two buttons. So for doing this, go to our index.html file, and here we have to create another div tag, and the class name of this div tag will be hero text here, and then that's it. And then here we have to create a h3 for our heading, and for our h3 I will just simply copy this line from here, then paste it here. Then we have to create a h6 here, and for our h6 I will copy this line from here again and then paste it here. So after this heading and this paragraph, now we have to create this button also. So for creating this button, underneath this h6 we have to create another list, and the class name of this another list will be header button. That's it. And inside this button, first we have to create a list tag, and then here we have to create an anchor tag, and it will be hash. Then in our anchor it will be get in touch, and in our anchor tag we have to create a class here, and we have to add two classes. So our first class will be main button, and our second class will be button 1. Okay, so I just copy this line from here and then paste it here, and this will be our button 2. So this will be watch the video. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have our heading, our paragraph, and our two button here, but these things is now actually underneath this image, underneath this home. So I had to center these things in our here. So for doing this, I will just go to our HTML. First we have to copy this line from here and then paste it here. That's it. Because I want everything in center, so that's why we have to add position, and our position will be absolute, and from top it will be 50%, and from left it will be also 50%. Then we have to add a transform, translate, and this one will be -50%, then -50%. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that everything is now in center, and this is looking so cool. So now I have to style everything to the center here. So for doing this, here we have to add a text align, and it will be center. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. And then from here we have to style our this font colors. So for doing this, copy this class name from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our h6. So I will give a color here, and the color will be 1D, 1D, 1D. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have changed our color. Now we have to style our buttons, and first I will add some margin top here because we don't have any margin here. So for doing this, copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our heading button from here. So copy this button and then paste it here. So I will add a margin top, and this will be 22 pixel. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that now we have added some margin top here. So now we have to style these buttons. We have to add some background colors and some other stuffs. So for doing this, go to the top here in our global section. So here you can see that we have added two classes here, and here you can see that we have actually same class name in both of these buttons. So I will target the main button and then style these things in our global. So that's why main button, so that we don't have to write this main button every time in our code. So first I will add a display, and the display will be inline block. Then we have to add font width, and this will be 700. Then it will be text align center, and then white space will be no red. Then we have to add vertical align, and it will be middle. Now we have to add a border here, and the border will be 2 pixel, solid, transparent. Now we have to add a padding, and our padding will be from top and bottom it will be 0, from left and right it will be 32 pixel. Now we have to add a font size, and it will be 16 pixel. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have changed our color here. Now we have to add a line height, and the line height will be 48 pixel. Let's give a color here, and the color will be this one, and the position will be relative. Then we have to add a cursor, and the cursor will be pointer, and the transition will be this one. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have now added our spacing and then our color here. So after this one, let's go to our button here. So copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our list tag. So copy this list tag from here and paste it here. So now we have to add display, and display will be inline block. Now we have to add a margin here, and margin from top it will be 10 pixel, from left it will be also 10 pixel, from bottom 0, and from right also 0. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that now they are in one row here. So after this one, now we have to add some background color for each of these buttons. So for doing this, copy this line from here, then paste it here. Then we have to target our anchor tag. So after this one, now we have to add our main button. So copy this main button class from here and then paste it here. That's it. So first I will give a border radius, and the border radius, and it will be 50 pixel, and the overflow will be hidden, and our background color will be white, and the border will be 0. Then we have to add our line height, and it will be 50 pixel. Now I will add a box shadow, and our box shadow will be 0, then 3 pixel, then 6 pixel, then again 0. Then I will add a RGBA color, and the RGB color will be 0, 0, 0 and 0.16. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have added our background color, and then we have a small box shadow here, so that we can make these buttons more live. Here you can see that in our button here, in our second button, we have a play button here. We have actually play button, video play button. So now I have to add this play button in our this here. So for adding this play button, first we have to go to our index.html file, and in our second button we have to add a play button. So here now I will add a I tag, and here we have to add a class, and the class will be fa, and then play. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have a play button. Now we have to style this play button also. So for styling this play button, I will just simply copy this line from here, then paste it here, and here it will be I. That's it. So I will add a margin left here, and the margin left will be 5 pixel. Then I will give a color, and the color will be this one. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, and here you can see that we have added our margin left, and then we have changed our color. Now we have to target this button and add a background color, separate background color from this one. So for adding this background color, we just have to copy this class name from here and then paste it here. Then we have to copy the class of our this one. Okay guys, this will be actually button BTN, not BRN. Simply copy this button 1 from here and then paste it here. That's it. First I will give a color of our font color, and our font color will be white. Then we have to add our background color. So for adding our background color, I will simply use a pseudo element, and this will be before. That's it. And here we have to add position and absolute, and our content will be empty. That's it. And now from top it will be 0, from left it will be also 0. Now I will give a width, and the width will be 100%. Our height will be also 100%. And now I will add a background color. Here you can see that in our website we have a gradient background color. So it will be actually background image, not background color. So whenever we will write our code, it will be background image here. That's it. And then I will add our linear gradient. That's it. And here we have to add 2 RGB value, because here you can see that we have 2 different colors. And here first we have to add the direction, and it will be right to right. That's it. And our 2 color will be this one and this one. This one will be a first color and this one will be a second color. If we now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our two different colors. But now this background color is actually on the top of our font. Now I have to add a Z index here. So Z index will be -1 and transition will be all 0.3 second is. Then I have to add a background position and it will be right center. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, so now here you can see that we can't see our font here, but we have to see the font and our background color. And now here we have to add another Z index. Here if we go to our main button in our global section, here we have to add a Z index. Let's add a Z index and it will be 5. Now that should work. Now save and go to our website and now refresh. So now here you can see that everything is now looking cool. So after this one, here you can see that we have added our background color and then our font. We have done this button also. Now we have to add some hover effect. So for adding our hover effect to our first button, we just have to copy this line from here and then paste it here. And here we have to add hover first. That's it. So whenever I will hover our button, I want to change the background color here. Now here you can see that it is to right and it will be now to left here. That's it. And then our background position will be also changed here, and this will be left center, not right center. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh and hover on our button, here you can see that we are changing our background color on hover. So after this one, now we have to add a hover effect here also, and I will add a simple box shadow around this button whenever I will hover on this button. So for adding our hover in our button, I will simply copy this line from here and then paste it here. And this one actually will be button 2, not button 1. That's it. And here I will add a box shadow. If we go to our top here and go to our button 2, here we have added a box shadow. Now I will just simply copy this box shadow from here and then paste it here. And for our box shadow, I will increase this value and it will be 25 pixel, not 6 pixel. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have a bigger shadow, bigger box shadow here, and this is actually looking good, I think. And here you can see that we have created our home section, and this is looking so good with this parallax mode background image, and everything is looking so cool. So after this one, now here you can see that we have actually another section, and this will be service section. And in our service section, we have a heading, our text here, and then we have our 4 services, and then we have an image here in the left side. Now we have to create this one, and here you can see that from this section we have actually the same space from left and right everywhere. Here you can see that we have same space here in this section and in this section also, and in this section also in the left and right we have the same space. So I will do one thing, I will create a wrapper div, and inside this wrapper div I will put every section. It means service section, pricing section, and contact section. I will put everyone in this wrapper section, and I will give a margin from left and right in our wrapper section, so that we don't have to add this margin from left and right in every section separately. So I will do this in one time. So for doing this, let's go to our index.html file, and here we have to add a section, and here I will give an ID, and the ID will be wrapper. And inside this wrapper we have to create all of our section. It means our service section, our pricing section, and our contact section. So now first we have to add our service section. So for adding our service section, create another section, and here I will add an ID, and the ID will be service. Then I will add a class here also, and the class name will be also service. That's it. And inside this service, here you can see that we have a heading, and then we have our paragraph here. So for heading and paragraph, I will choose these two here. I will add h3 for our heading and h6 for our paragraph, but I will change the text inside this heading. So our first one will be crafted for, our heading will be crafted for, so this will be crafted for, and for our h6 it will be this one. Now if we save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our heading and our paragraph. So after this heading and paragraph, now we have to create two div here. Our first div will be left div, and our second div will be our right div. And in our left div I will put these things, and in our right div I will put our this image. So first we have to create our left div. So for creating our left one, first we have to create a div here, and the class name will be service content. That's it. And inside this div tag, first we have to create our left div. So create another div, and the class name of our left div will be box. Then we have to create another div tag, and this div tag will be for our image. So I will create a class, and the class name will be service image. That's it, guys. So inside this box, first we have to create our these things. Here you can see that we have an icon, and then we have a small heading, then our paragraph. So I will create separate boxes for each of the services. So for doing this, here underneath this box, create another div tag. So here first I have to create a class, and this will be box 1. So here I am creating box 1. It means in our box 1 I will add these two div, I will add these two service, and in our box 2 I will add these two service. Okay, so that we can change and align these things in our responsive mode. So for in our box 1, let's create our first service. So class will be, so first I will add our icon here. So class name will be service icon, and here we have to create a I tag for our icon, and let's give a class here, and the class will be far chart. That's it. And underneath the service icon we have to create another div tag, and the class name will be service content. And inside the service content we have to add a heading and our paragraph. So for our heading we have created our h4, and then we have added a class which is service title, and then this one will be our heading. And our paragraph, we have added a paragraph tag, and then class will be text, and then we have added our this paragraph, and then we have added a break tag so that we can break these lines. If we now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our heading, our end paragraph, but we don't have the icon here. So I think the class name is actually wrong. This is will be a fa and a bars here. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our icon. Okay, and now here you can see that we have actually one service, and I will add another one in our this div. So for I will just simply copy this one from here and then paste it here. That's it. So this will be our box 1. So let's pull up this one. So in our box 1 I will create another one for our second row div and paste it here. That's it. Let's pull up this one also. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have now 4 service. Okay, so after this one, now we have to add our image here. So this image, so for adding this image we have add div here which is service image. Now we have to add an image tag, and our source will be this one. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our service image. Okay, now we have to style these things. So for styling these things, let's go to our style.css, and here in our service, so first thing what we have to do, we have to target our wrapper. So copy this wrapper and then paste it here. This is actually a id, so hash then wrapper name. So now I will add a margin. Margin will be 5 from top here, and the 7 rem from left, 10 rem from bottom, and the 7 rem from right. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, and here you can see that we have added some margin from top, bottom, left and right. So now we have to target our service. So that's why copy this service class from here and then paste it here. That's it. And here you can see that we have everything in the left side, but I want everything in center. So for doing this, we have to add display and flags, and the flags direction will be column, justify content will be center, align items will be also center. Then we have to add text align, and it will be also center. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that everything is now in center. So after this one, here you can see that we have our this div, and we have our this image, and this div and our this image is now in one column, but I want everything in one row. So for doing this, copy this service and then paste it here. Then we have to target our service content, because in our service content we have 2 div for our services, and then we have our image. So now copy the service content from here and then paste it here. So because I want everything in row, so that's why display will be flags, and the flags direction will be row. Justify content will be a space between, because I want a space from the between. Then we have to add align items center. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that everything is now in one row, but this image is not actually taking perfect width and height. Now we have to add a width and height like this image. So for adding width and height, copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our service image class from here and then paste it here. And I will give a width of this one, and the width will be 40%. That's it. Now copy this one again and then paste it here. Let's target our image tag also, and in our image it will be taking 100%. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, and now here you can see that it is now taking 40%. Now I will add a width also for our this div, and this div will take 60%. So for adding this div, I will just simply copy this line from here again and then paste it here. And then we have to copy our box class from here and then paste it here, and this one will be also taking 60%. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, you can see that everything is now taking 60%. Here you can see that in our website we have actually two div, one is box one and another one is also box one. Now I want this box one in one row. Here we have to add display and flags direction will be row, justify content will be a space between, and align items will be also center. That's it. Now we have to target our box one. So copy this one and then paste it here. Then we have to target our box one class from here. So copy this class and then paste it here. That's it. But now in our box one we have two div. Let me show. Here you can see that this is our first div and this one is our second div, and I want this div in one column, so that's why it will be display. So copy these lines from here and then paste it here, and instead of row it will be column, and I don't want any align items, but I will add width, and width will be 100%. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that everything is now in one row, and but this div actually in one column here. But now here you can see that our icon and then our heading and then our paragraph is now aligning in one column, and now I have to align everything in one column. So for doing this, copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our service. So copy this services class from here and then paste it here. Because I want everything in center, so that's why I will add column here, the display column. So for adding column, I will just simply copy these things from here and then paste it here, and the justify content will be flags as start. Then we have to add our align items, and it will be also flags as start, and then I will add a margin bottom, and this will be 2 times. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, that's it. Now let's go to our style sheet again and copy this line from here, then paste it here. Now we have to target our icon. This icon we have to give a color and then font size of this icon. So for adding our color and our font size will be 3 rem for this icon, and margin bottom, I want a margin from bottom and it will be 10 pixel, and the color will be this one. Now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have changed our color and font size here. Now in our this div, here you can see that we have a div here, and inside this div we have our heading and then our paragraph, but everything is now in actually one row, but I want everything in one column. So for doing this, copy this line from here again and then paste it here. Then we have to target our, here you can see the service content. So copy the service content from here and then paste it here. And here we have to add our column here. So copy this line from here and then paste it here. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that everything is now in one column, and it is looking good, I think. And here we have to add another thing, and it will be text aligned and it will be justified. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Okay, everything is now looking good. So now here you can see that we have successfully created our these services. Now we have actually different icons here for each of the services. So now we have to add these different icons here also. So for doing this, let's go to our index.html file, and here we have to change the icon names. For this one it will be bell, far bell, and then for this one it will be area chart. That's it. And for our this one, this will be far coffee. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here we can see that we have changed our all 4 icons here. So now after this one, now we have to add some padding here underneath this H6 here. So for adding this padding, let's go to our style sheet. Now go to the top here and copy this one and then paste it here. And now we have to target our H6, and now I will give a margin bottom and it will be 6 rem. That's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that now we have added our margin from bottom, and I think everything is now looking good. And here you can see that this text is now taking full width, but it is not looking good, I think, in this width. So now I will break this line in our HTML. If we go to our HTML, and here you can see that we have our stop wasting type and money designing. So I will add a break tag here. That's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. See, now this is looking good. So yeah, I think this one is also done. Our service section is also done. So after this service section, now we have to create our this pricing section, and this pricing section is looking so good and so fancy. Now we have to create this pricing section in our this website also. So for creating this one, so I will just simply close this one, and then underneath this section, let's create an ID here, and the ID will be pricing. That's it. And after this ID, let's create a class also, and the class will be also pricing. And inside this pricing, first we have to add our this H3 and H6. So copy this one, close this again, and then paste it here. That's it. So for our H3, it will be our pricing. Copy this line and then paste it here. And for our H6, every section is now same, I think. Here you can see the stop wasting time and designing, stop wasting time and money designing. So I think every H6 is now same, and if you want, you can change the H6, and I hope you know how to change this text in our H6. So I will not change anything from here. So after our H3 and our H6, here you can see that we have 3 cards here. So first I will create only one card, and then I will design this card. After designing this card, I will copy the HTML code of the first card and then paste it 2 more times. Okay, and by doing this, we can create 3 cards in a simple tricks. So I will just create the first one. So for creating this first one, first you have to create a div here, and the class of this div tag will be table. And inside this table div, I will create all of the 3 cards. So first we have to create the first one. So this will be basic. First one is actually basic. So in our basic, here you can see that first we have our heading, then we have our this pricing section, then we have some our features here. Let's create a div tag here, and the class name of this div tag will be basic heading. It means head. So for basic, it will be h3 and it will be basic. That's it. And underneath this div tag, we have to create another div tag, and the class name of this div tag will be price. And underneath this div tag, we have to create a spend tag. And here you can see that we have our $sign, then we have our bigger font, then our smaller font, and then our date here. So I will create single spend tag for each of these sign and bigger font and a smaller font. So in our first smaller font, we have to add a sign here, $sign. Then we have to create a spend tag again, and here we have to add 99. Then we have our 0.99. So create another spend tag and it will be 0.99. That's it. Now let's create a spend tag again, and it will be Monday. Now we have to give a class name of all of these spend, and for our sign, it will be sign. The class name will be sign. Then it will be our currency. Then it will be our cent. Then we have to create a month here. That's it. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that we have our heading, our text, and our basic, and this one. So after this one, now we have to create our these features, and underneath this div tag, we have to create a another list. Here if you go to our website, here you can see that this is our first list tag, second one and third one, and so on. So first we have to create a icon here, our check icon. Then we have to create a text here. So for each of this line, first we have to create a icon, check icon, then we have to create a text here, and for everyone it will be the same process. So I will just simply copy from my XSS code and then paste it here. So here is our first list tag, and inside this list tag, first we have to create our font awesome icon, our check icon, and then we have to create our text. And for all of the list, it will be the same process. So that's why now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, then you can see that we have added our tick, our check icon, and then we have our text here, and everyone is the same. Now we have to style our first one. So after this one, now we have to create a button here, this button. So for this button, let's go to our HTML. So for our button, let's go to the top here, and we have already created a button here, I think in our home section. So I will just copy this section. Here you can see that I will copy this another list from our hero text. Now copy this another list, and then underneath this another list, paste it here. That's it. And now from here I will keep this header button, and I don't need the first button, so that's why I delete this button. And from our button I don't want this font awesome icon also, so that's why I delete this icon also. That's it. And for our text it will be see more. Now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our see more button. Now we have to style this card. So for styling this card, let's go to our style.css, and in our pricing section, first we have to copy our pricing class from here. So copy this pricing class and then paste it here. So first I will keep display, and it will be blocked. Then we have to add text align, and it will be center. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that everything is now in center. Now we have to add some margin bottom from our h6. So for adding this margin bottom, copy this one and then paste it here. Then target our h6 and then add some margin bottom, and it will be 6 rem. Save, go to our website, and now refresh. Okay, now it's looking good. So now we have to target our first card. So for targeting our first card, copy this pricing class from here and then paste it here. And from here copy this basic and then paste it here. And here first I will give a width, and width will be 355 pixel. Then our height will be 100%. Then I will give a border here, and the border will be 1 pixel solid, and we have to define a color, and the color will be this one. And then I will give a border radius, and it will be 20 pixel. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have a border radius and we have our border. Now we have to style the text here. So for styling this text, go to our style sheet. So copy this line from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our h3 here, and it will be h3. That's it. First we will add text align, and it will be center. Then font width, and the font width will be 300. Then I have to add a padding here, and the padding from top and bottom it will be 40 pixel. From left and right it will be 0. And now I have to add a background color, and the color will be this one. Then we have to add a transition, and transition will be all is 0.6 second is. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our background color here. Now we have to add some border radius on the top left and the top right here. So for adding this border radius, we have to add border radius top right, it will be 20 pixel. Now copy this line from here and then paste it here, and this will be top left. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that now everything is looking perfect. Then here if you go to our website, here you can see that this line should be actually in the at the same here, but this is actually not same in the left side and in the right side. So now you have to add a clip path here. So for adding this clip path, first we have to define our clip path, and here in our clip path it will be polygon, and from top right it will be 0 and 0. And then we have to define our left, it will be 100% and then 0. And then from our bottom it will be 100% and then 90%. Then from our top right it will be 0 and 100%. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have a slightly clip path here. So after this one, now we have to target our this pricing section. So for this pricing section, copy this one from here, then paste it here. Then go to our HTML and copy this pricing and then paste it here. And here it will be display block. Then text align will be also center. Then we have to add a padding, and a padding from top and bottom it will be 20 pixels, from left and right it will be 0. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have our spacing here. Now copy this line from here again and then paste it here. Then first you have to target our sign, so copy this sign and then paste it here. So I will copy this one and then paste 3 more times. That's it. And this one will be currency, and this one will be cent, and this one will be month, And for our sign, it will be, let's paste. Here you can see that display will be inline block, font size will be 28 pixel, and then font width will be 400, and then vertical align will be middle. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Here you can see that now it is looking actually bigger than other fonts. Now let's go to our currency, and then in our currency our font size will be 60 pixel, and then font width will be 300, letter spacing will be -2 pixel, and then line height will be 60 pixel, padding will be 0, and then again vertical align will be middle. Now save, go to our website and again refresh. Here you can see that now 199 is now bigger than the other text. And for our send here, display will be inline block, font size will be 24 pixel, font width will be 400, and vertical align will be bottom. And for our month, font size will be 18 pixel, font width will be 400, letter spacing will be 3 pixel, and vertical align will be bottom. Now save, go to our website and now refresh. Okay, now everything is now looking good. So after this one, here you can see that after this pricing section, now we have to target our this list text, and this our icon here. So for doing this, copy this pricing and basic class from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our another list, and inside this list tag we have our I tag. So go to our style sheet, first target our another list, then our list tag. First I will give a border top, and it will be 1 pixel solid, and the color will be this one. That's it. And then I will give a padding here, padding will be 18 pixel, and then from left and right it will be 0. Then I will add a border bottom here, and it will be also 1 pixel solid, color will be the same. And then I'll give a font color, and our color will be this one. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have actually now padding from top and bottom 18 pixel. Then we have created our color here, font color. Now I will give a different color to our this check button or this check option. So copy this line from here again and then paste it here. Then we have to target our I tag, and for our I tag, first I will give a padding right, and it will be 5 pixel. Then I will give a color here, and the color will be this one. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have added our different color of all of these icons. Now we have to target our this button here. So for targeting this button, let's go to our style sheet again, copy this pricing class from here and then paste it here. Then we have to target our button class, and our button class is actually header button. So copy this header button from here and then paste it here. And here I will give a margin, and the margin from top and bottom it will be 2 times, and then auto from left and right. And then I will give a width here, and the width will be 170 pixel. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our width and our this one. So after this one, now copy this class from here again and then paste it here. Then we have to target our A tag, it means anchor tag, and our font width will be normal, and our font size will be 18 pixel. Then we have to give a border radius, and border radius will be 50 pixel. And here I had to give outline, and outline will be medium from top and bottom, and none from left and right. Then we have to give a border here, and border will be 1 pixel solid, and our color will be this one. Then we have to give a font color, and our color will be hash 1D, 1D, and 1D. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. So guys, here you can see that this is our button here, and this button is also looking good. In our button, on the top and on the bottom here, we have actually a border here, but I don't want this border, so that's why I'll go to our HTML, and here I don't want this list tag, so that's why I delete this list tag and then closing tag also. Now save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we don't have any border here anymore. So our first one is actually done, our first card is done. Now we have to create 2 more here, these 2. So for creating this one, let's go to our HTML, and then here you can see that we have our basic. So I'll just copy this basic one and then paste it here, and underneath this paste another one. That's it. And let's change the heading and the text here, and here it will be standard, and the pricing will be 199. That's it. And for our third one, it will be and it will be 299. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, here you can see that we have our basic, then our standard, then our unlimited here. So now in our standard mode, here you can see that we have 4 features, but in our website we have actually 5 features, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So now we have to add another one feature. So let's go to our standard, and here I will just copy this one and then paste it here. That's it. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have another one. Okay, so now everything is now in one column, but I want everything to be in one row. So for doing this, first we have to go to our pricing section. On the top of our pricing section, so in our pricing section, copy this one and then paste it here. Then we have to target our table here, because inside this table we have all of these 3 cards. So paste it here. Now I want everything to be in one row, so that's why I will use display flags, and then flags direction will be row. Justify content will be space between, because I want a space from the between. Then align items will be also center. That's it. Now save and go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that everything is now in one column and everyone now looking good. Now here you can see that in our pricing section, I want this standard card to be always focused, always shining. So that's why we have to add different classes for styling this card differently. So for doing this, go to our HTML and go to our standard. So this is our standard. Here you can see that this is our standard, and here for this standard, beside this basic, we have to create another class and it will be a standard. That's it. Save, and let's go to our style sheet, and let's go to our h3 here. Here you can see that we have h3, and for our basic things we have actually a color, background color, but for our standard I want a different background color here. I will simply copy this one and then paste it here. That's it. But instead of basic, it will be a standard. That's it, guys. And now here I will use a background overlay. So for this background overlay, now we have to add our background image, and the color will be this one, which is linear gradient to right. First one will be this one, and the second one will be this one. And here I will add a clip path. So copy this one and then paste it here. Then I will add a color also, font color, and our color will be white. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. Here you can see that we have changed our background color of this card, and now I want to change the background color of this button also. So for doing this, let's go to our button. Here we are now in our button. Now copy this one and then paste it here. Now I will add a class here, and our class will be this one, a standard. Now copy this class, and then after pricing, now we have to add this class. That's it. And here I will add the same color which we have created here. Now we'll just simply copy this one and then paste it here, but I don't want this clip path. That's it. And then I will copy this border from here, then paste it here. Save and go to our website, and if we now refresh, and here you can see that we have our background color, and this is now looking good. So now here you can see that whenever I will hover this card and this card, I want to change this background color and the button also. So first I will change the button color whenever I will hover on this card. So for doing this, just copy this one from here, then paste it here. And now here I will add a class, and it will be basic. And whenever I will hover on our basic, so that's why it will be hover. And I want to change the background color of our button, so I will just copy this one and then paste it here. Now save, go to our website, and now refresh. And if we now hover on our card, our button color is now changing, and this is now looking good. And the same way I want to change the background color of our this basic background. So for this one, just go to the H3, this one. So I will simply copy this one and then paste it here, and then here it will be hover. That's it. And for hover also, I will just simply copy this one and paste it here, but I don't want this clip path. Now save, go to our website, and if we now refresh, Here you can see that whenever I will hover on our basic, our background color and our button color is now changing and it is now looking good, I think, like this one. Yeah, I think everything is now good. So guys, here you can see that we have successfully created our pricing section also. So that's it for this part. I want to give you guys a small break. You guys deserve it. After break, check out our second part of this tutorial. I have already uploaded our second part of this tutorial in my channel. I will discuss rest of the tutorial and the responsive part in our second part. So check out the second part after a break. I will give a link of our second part tutorial in the description below. And only for you guys, I have a lot of web design and development tutorials in my collection. And if you want to catch my latest tutorial as soon as I upload, then make sure you give a like to this video, subscribe this channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Okay then, see you guys in our second part.